Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here to give you guys my WWE Smackdown review for October 9th, 2018. And we have the commentary team of Corey Graves, Tom Phillips, and Byron Saxton. And we had the first match on the show. I did like that SmackDown kicked off with a match for a change because typically Raw and SmackDown have the same formula where they start off with a match. Oh no, start off with a promo segment and then it leads to a match. So I actually like that it kicked right off with a match because that never happens, but it was the SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair, where if Becky Lynch got disqualified, she would lose the SmackDown Women's Championship. Um, and what I didn't like about this match though was none of the women got entrances. It just kicked off right with the match. I thought that was really stupid. But what I also didn't like about this match, and I'll just say it, they did all this stuff, and we all knew that this match wasn't going to have a finish. So why bother doing all the moves and having a long match if you're going to have the match end with a DQ? Well, it didn't end with a DQ, but it ended with a double countout. So I'm not even going to waste my time breaking down this match. I thought it was really stupid. I didn't hate the match or anything, and I liked the angle they did, but it just kind of felt like this was just kind of filling television. Like if you were just going to do this match, um, why not just um, do like a 5 minute match or a 10 minute match and then do the finish? Not this match took two commercial breaks and they knew and they wasn't going to have a finish. It was just really stupid. I didn't like that. So, but I did like the ending angle they did where they got double counted out and then Charlotte Flair speared her through like the Titantron or whatever, and both women got counted out. Oh no, both women had to get like stretched out and stuff like that. And then later on in the night, Paige would announce the first ever last woman standing match between Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's title at Evolution, which it actually isn't the first ever women's last man standing match. They had it in NXT, and it's not like, and it's really stupid for them to talk about that because NXT's part of WWE. So yeah, but whatever. Then you had, other than that, I really liked everything else that happened on SmackDown this week, though. Um, you had the World Cup qualifying match, Jeff Hardy versus Samoa Joe, and they did a video package for both of them going over everything they've accomplished, at least in WWE. And Jeff Hardy, this was his first match back since Hell in a Cell, since he was in the Hell in a Cell match, and they were questioning whether or not um, anything that he's whether or not he's changed anything since then. And at first, it just is like a regular one-on-one match. Jeff Hardy goes after the leg of Samoa Joe, and Samoa Joe's selling the leg injury. And then Joe dominates the matchup for a while, but then Hardy makes his comeback. And when he sees that Samoa Joe has his leg hurt, he really starts to target the injured leg. And Samoa Joe tries to continue the match, but he's just unable to continue. So the referee stops the match, and Jeff Hardy qualifies for the World Cup. I actually like the finish, and I like the fact that Jeff Hardy won. I wanted Samoa Joe to win, but I wasn't really too mad that he lost because I like both guys, and at least Samoa Joe didn't cleanly lose. He had it out for losing because his leg was hurt. So, and I have a feeling this is going to lead to a feud because of that. So I like this. It was fine. And then they did play up that Jeff Hardy has changed since the Hell in a Cell match, so I like that. Then Randy Orton has a video package, just going everything he's ever done in his career. Then we had the Miz TV segment with Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles, and the Miz was told that he had to be professional going into this because he knows he was going to have an issue with the fact that he was a number one contender and stuff like that. So then he brings out AJ Styles, and he congratulates him on retaining the WWE title against Samoa Joe at Super Showdown, and he wants to know how his family is, and this makes AJ Styles mad. And he said that Samoa Joe actually did a good thing because he fired you up to want to, you know, win the match. And then he brings out Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles take shots at The Miz, saying that he's Mr. 2 Minute Man because he lost to Daniel Bryan in 2 minutes at Super Showdown. But then the things start to get really intense when AJ Styles talks about how he's beaten the best in the world for the WWE title. But and Samoa Joe was the hardest one because he went through him. He got to him so psychologically, but he knows that Daniel Bryan's not going to do that. It's just going to stay in between the ropes. And then Daniel Bryan talks about how the reason he came back to WWE was he wanted to be the WWE champion. And AJ Styles is the only one that's standing in his way. Then AJ Styles says that he's going to stay in his way because he does not intend on losing the WWE title anytime soon. And then he wants to know what it's like for to punch Miz in the face, and they kind of bond over that. And then the Miz starts to get really pissed and talks about how the only Daniel Bryan beat the Miz at Super Showdown with a fluke roll up because he said his shoulder was up. And he talks about how AJ Styles has been WWE champion, and he's never main evented the pay per views because you're just not, you just don't have that it factor, and you're just not that superstar they're looking for. And he says that AJ Styles is going to have a match with Shelton Benjamin right now, and I love this segment. I thought it was fantastic. I thought Miz was really good. I thought Daniel Bryan was really good, and I thought AJ Styles was really good in this segment. And I'm really excited to see Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles for the WWE title. I'd imagine Miz is probably going to have some sort of like role in that match where he's going to cost Daniel Bryan the match, or he's just going to run in and, um, attack both guys or something. But we'll have to wait and see. Because I do expect the Miz at some point to beat AJ Styles for the WWE title, and then they're going to do Bryan versus Miz for the WWE title at WrestleMania 35. So, so that's what I'm kind of hoping happens. And then we had Shelton Benjamin versus AJ Styles with the Miz and Daniel Bryan on commentary. I thought Miz and Daniel Bryan were awesome on commentary, just taking jabs at each other. But AJ Styles wins with a phenomenal forearm. It was a really good match, but I was more paying attention to the Miz and Daniel Bryan on commentary. And then Big Show has a video package just going through everything he's ever done in his career. Then we had the rest of One Night in Milwaukee. So Aiden English reveals it. I do like that now he has Happy Aiden Day on his shirt, and then he has it like on the logo thing on his on the microphone. And we find out that what Lana actually said was that she wanted Aiden English to know how much he means to both Rusev and Lana. And then he says thank you, and then it looks like it's going to lead to something, but he pauses the video and says that he'll delete this video and never have it seen again if Rusev dumps Lana and goes back with Aiden English. So Rusev acts like he's contemplating this, but then we found out that they ended up hacking Aiden English's phone because they found out his password was I Heart Rusev. So then they play the rest of the video, and we find out that Aiden English actually wanted to kiss Lana. And then this Aiden English says that, yes, reveals that he's been caught, and says that if you ever get bored of Rusev Day, you can come have Aiden Night, or something like that. And then Rusev charges at Aiden English. And what I liked is he didn't run in the wind and just stand there and says, cut back here. He actually ran to the timekeeper's area and went after Aiden English. I thought that was a smart babyface thing to do. It's just little things like that. And Rusev attacks Aiden English, but Aiden English escapes, and then that was that. So I'd imagine at Crown Jewel or some point on Smackdown, we're going to have Rusev versus Aiden English. Aiden English will lose, and then Rusev will just go and doing his thing, and Aiden English will just slowly be buried. But that's what sucks about this feud is Aiden English isn't going to go anywhere from this feud. Then you had, I believe it was the main event next. Yep. No, and then we have a Rey Mysterio video package. They announced that he's returning next week because they're really hyping up SmackDown 1000. I'm really excited about it. So, yeah, really excited about that. So then we had the main event. It was a World Cup qualifying match. Big Show versus Randy Orton. Big Show looked like he's in great shape. And this match really wasn't all that good. It's, a Big Show Randy Orton match. You kind of have to expect it. I think this is probably the best match they've ever had. I thought it was all right. Randy Orton, dominates the beginning portions of this matchup, and anytime Big Show would get any type of advantage over Orton, he would escape. Big Show hits a choke slam on Orton. Orton kicks out. Orton goes for the punt. Big Show counters into the spear. Orton hits the draping DDT from the top rope instead of the middle rope because Big Show's really big. So, yeah. But it didn't really look like a draping DDT. It looked like more of a neck breaker. What was weird is when they show the replay, you could hear people talking in the background, like it was like the production crew or something like that. I thought that was really weird. But then you had the finish behind the referee's back when Randy Orton's escaping. Big Show goes to pull Orton back in the win, but because the referee is behind the Big Show and can't see it, Orton thumbs Big Show in the eye, hits an RKO on him for the win. This is the first time he's done that move since he's been back. Which I kind of like the fact that he wasn't doing it, but whatever. Randy Orton retains the WWE Championship. I'm sorry, I don't know. No, he qualifies for the World Cup qualifying for the World Cup. And as of right now, the field is John Cena, Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy, and Randy Orton. I'd imagine more guys are going to get added on Raw and SmackDown. And, we obviously don't know what's going to happen if this show is even going to happen based off the real-life situation of Saudi Arabia. Like I said, I won't really talk too much about that until we actually know what's going to happen. I don't want to just speculate. I want to kind of wait and see what happens. But it is what it is. But that's pretty much that was pretty much SmackDown. I thought SmackDown was a really good show. I would say it's a great show, but a lot of the show was dominated by the Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch stuff, and you could pretty much skip the first 30 minutes of SmackDown because really nothing to watch. I mean, you probably could watch the Becky Lynch Charlotte Flair match. It is a really good match, but it just leads to a DQ, and you guys would just be disappointed. I wasn't disappointed because I'm smart and know what's going to happen, but whatever. You could pretty much watch everything else, though. I thought everything else was really good, so I'll give SmackDown to just a solid B. I thought Actually, you know what? I'll give it a B plus. I think SmackDown was a little bit better than Raw, but it wasn't quite an A minus show. So I'm going to give SmackDown a B plus. I thought it was a great show, actually, and I can't wait to watch SmackDown next week because it's going to be the 1,000th episode of SmackDown. I'm probably going to be doing a live reaction to that on my CM Brothers channel, or if I can get my CM Live Reactions channel going again. So that'd be interesting. But that's pretty much it, guys. Talk to you later.